So, I've been thinking. There are lots of different blood products. Do we collect them in the same way?
Apparently, there are few subtle differences. There are actually three key parts of the process that may change depending on the product you are collecting. How you print out the pickup slip. Where you collect the product from when you visit the blood bank. What label you scan to record which product you have taken. So let's start by taking a look at BloodTrack inquiry and printing the pickup slip a little more closely. We have already seen how to print out a pickup slip, so I will quickly get to where we select which unit we want to collect. Here I am searching for the patient. Just a reminder to take the time to check you are selecting the correct patient. Ideally, you should try and use a unique identifier, like the district number, to find a patient. This is the important bit. A patient may have more than one type of blood product, so you need to be checking the type and right-clicking in the correct box. If you fail to do this, your pickup slip will have the wrong details on it, and you won't be able to collect the product when you arrive in the blood bank. Also notice the storage column, which is clearly stating how the blood product is being stored. This is important for when we arrive in blood bank, because we are going to either go to the fridge to collect the blood product. Or, if the product is a room temperature product, then we will need to talk to one of the blood bank team. That about sums up the differences. The main thing is to make sure you right-click in the correct box, so your pickup slip is correct.
Okay, so the next thing to watch out for is where I will collect the blood from. You mentioned I might need to go to the fridge, or, if it's room temperature, that I'll need to speak to the staff down in blood bank.
That's right, let's go and visit blood bank. So hopefully we can see the fridge in blood bank and also meet some of the staff. So this is where we will enter the code to get into the blood bank. However, you are only given the code once you have had your training. If you have a problem, like you can't remember the code, you can ask the friendly staff on reception, or at night press the doorbell to get attention.
Now that we are here, you mentioned that the second thing that's different about the collections of blood products might be their location.
It's simple really. If the blood product needs to be stored at room temperature, then you will need to ask one of the blood bank staff to help you. If it's in the fridge, then you can just go straight to the kiosk. Here is a little visual summary confirming how products are stored. Try not to worry too much as the storage is printed on the pickup slip. So you can always check it. So the final thing is scanning the products. But before we see a demo of each product being scanned, I just want to emphasize the importance of the essential checks.
The essential checks.
Yes. It's important that you remember, when you scan the blood, you are actually electronically signing to say that you have carried out the essential checks. Remember that the white compatibility report has been removed, so you have to check the patient details and unit, or product details against the kiosk screen rather than the report. So let's run through them once more.
Begin by checking there are no defects, clots, or leaks. Then check that the unit is within its expiry date. Check you have the right component type. To do this, you should check the type of component on the transfusion therapy chart matches the actual component you are collecting. Then, check that the donation number on the unit is the same displayed on the screen and the attached compatibility label. You will need to check that the patient details, their name, date of birth and NHS number, displayed on the attached compatibility label, matching the detail on the collection slip and transfusion therapy chart. And finally, if any special requirement are indicated on the transfusion therapy chart, check these appear on the unit, product. In summary, 1. Ensure there are no defects, clots, or leaks. 2. Is the unit within its expiry date? 3. Check the type of component on the transfusion therapy chart matches the actual component you are collecting. 4. Is the donation number on the unit the same as the attached compatibility label? 5. Are the patient details, name, date of birth, etc., on the compatibility label, matching the details on the collection slip and the transfusion therapy chart. 6. If any special requirements are indicated on the transfusion therapy chart, check these appear on the unit, product. Here is another key message. Along with the essential checks, some blood units or products also require additional checks. For example, red cells requires you to check the blood group compatibility table.
Okay. That is good to know.
So let's begin with watching a demo of scanning out albumin. This can be a little tricky as there might be multiple products that all need checking. Cover the lower barcode and scan the unit number. The good screen will display, followed by the "Do you want another unit for this patient" screen. Select Yes. Select albumin 20% from the product list, then click on Select. Ensure that the unit number shown on screen matches the unit number on the product box. Cover the lower barcode and scan the unit number. The good screen will display, followed by the "Do you want another unit for this patient" screen. Select No. And you will then be automatically logged out of BloodTrack. The main thing to remember about albumin is to scan the top barcode whilst covering the lower barcode.
Got it.
Okay, staying with the room temperature products, we will look at Cryo next. Here you can see how we need to move the labels out of the way. Here we can see we are double checking the number on the label matches the number on the screen. We cover all the barcodes and scan the top left barcode. The good screen appears and we are asked if we want another unit. We will click on No.
Cryo looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah, all you need to remember is to cover all the barcodes other than the top left one when you are scanning the unit. Here's a key message. Cryo precipitate needs to be used immediately as it's only viable for 4 hours. And never store cryo in a fridge. Let's look at scanning out platelets now. As we did with cryo, we cover all other barcodes and just leave the top left barcode visible. Here's a key message. Platelets should never be placed in a fridge. It is best practice to transfuse as soon as the platelets arrive in the clinical area, and therefore should only be collected when you are ready to transfuse.
Okay, I think I understand now. The process is the same when scanning products with the kiosk. I just need to be careful that I do my 5 checks and then scan the correct barcode whilst covering all the others.
Sure. That's about it. But we will move on to fridge-stored products. We do not need to ask the blood bank staff for these products. They should already be present in the fridge. I have one last product I want you to see, and that's the anti-D. Anti-D has a little label attached to it, and so we need to take care that we scan the barcode on the label. Let me show you. Notice the anti-D is in such a small package the barcode won't fit. So we need to scan the barcode stuck to the attached label. We cover the bottom barcode and scan the top barcode. So that finishes our 3 areas where you might find changes in the process. Here are my top tips. 1. When you right-click to select the unit, take the time to check you are in the correct box on the BloodTrack inquiry screen. 2. Check the pickup slip. It should tell you if the product is in the fridge or being stored at room temperature, in which case you will need to ask the blood bank staff for the product. 3. If you scan the wrong barcode, it's not the end of the world. You just won't get the good message. If you are worried though, you can speak to the BloodTrack staff who will be happy to help. Thanks for watching, bye for now.